Welcome to CCN TV News, your premier source for local and international news. From the streets of Kingston to the capitals of the world, we are ready to cover you stories that shape our world. Stay tuned for breaking news. Once again, Prime Minister Andrew Holness has reassured Jamaicans that his government will maintain prudent fiscal management. That's right, folks. Our economy is in the safest of hands. You don't have to worry. And by safe, we mean carefully balanced between economic stability for a select few and economic suffering for the rest of us. Speaking recently, Holness proudly declared that Jamaica's debt to GDP ratio is expected to drop to 68.8% by the end of the 2025 fiscal year, the lowest in the country's history. That's fantastic news, right? Because nothing says economic liberation like still owing a mountain of debt, just a highly smaller one than before. But hey, let's give credit where it's due. At least this time we're being responsible about our borrowing. Never mind the fact that many Jamaicans are still struggling with high prices, stagnant wages, and an economy that always seems to favor the rich. But don't worry, the government is fiscally disciplined. Holness also proudly pointed out that for 8 years in a row, the government have introduced no new taxes. Amazing, because clearly the cost of living is so low that there's no need for additional revenue streams to improve public services or infrastructure. And surely, businesses and investors are lining up to pour money into Jamaica because of this incredible stability. Right? Oh wait. Except for the part where many Jamaicans still can't afford basic necessities. But no new taxes. Then there's a stunning stability of the Jamaican dollar. According to the Prime Minister, our local currency has been unprecedentedly stable. Meaning, it's still weak, but at least it's consistently weak. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what we call a winning government speak. But don't worry, our net international reserves are sitting pretty at over US $5 billion. Great, because when you're struggling to pay bills, knowing the government has billion in reserve really helps you sleep at night. Surely that money is being used for major investments in healthcare, education, and social programs, right? Holness also made sure to highlight how his government was able to provide hurricane relief for over 14,000 affected Jamaicans without borrowing more money. Now that's impressive, what do you say? Who knew that after years of austerity and belt tightening, we'd finally have enough in the budget to actually help people without begging international lenders? But let's not get ahead of ourselves. This wasn't a sign of financial abundance. Just another chapter in the We Did the Bare Minimum playbook. And of course, no speech about Jamaica's economy would be complete without mentioning how international credit rating agencies are so proud of us. Fitch, the American credit rating agency, has affirmed Jamaica's rating as a BBB with a positive outlook. Yes, it means that we're not doing too bad. But don't get too comfortable, because if history has taught us anything, it's that these agencies are always looking out for the best interest of everyday Jamaicans, right? Holness also emphasized that the government's strong fiscal discipline has put Jamaica in a good position to maintain economic growth. But here's the real question. Growth for whom? Sure, big businesses and foreign investors might be thrilled about Jamaica's stability, but does that translate to higher wages, lower food prices, affordable housing, a better healthcare system? Because for the average Jamaican, fiscal discipline usually means higher costs, lower wages, and fewer opportunities, all in the name of keeping the books balanced. But hey, at least we're being responsible about it. As Jamaica heads toward its next elections, Holness made it clear that fiscal discipline is here to stay. What do you think it means? Don't expect any major increases in government spending that might actually make life easier for ordinary citizens. No, because that would be reckless. Instead, we'll continue on the tried and true path of economic conservatism, while the people who actually need financial relief are left wondering when this prudent management will start working in their favor. But hey, who needs real economic change when we can celebrate debt reduction, currency stability, and no new taxes? If that doesn't put food on the table, I don't know what will.